Hello, so welcome back to this another video where today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to revise the PDF that I have read for my ARD topics, that is agriculture and rural development, and the first PDF is basic, that is introduction to agriculture. So what we will do is we will try to see the things that I have already read or have analyzed. Okay, so let us begin. So these are the topics basically. Topics are very simple. There is no need to sweat about it. And I guess everything is fine. Introduction to agriculture, branches of agriculture, agricultural revolutions in India, green revolution in India, fathers of important agriculture disciplines, lists of important and special days in agriculture, universities and institutions. Okay, let us see. So we have introduction to agriculture. In this they have just simply explained what is the meaning of agriculture, etc., to raise the stronger fruitful crops and plants by improving soil conditions and supply water. Okay, classic definition of agriculture, I guess. Then they have given us the status of agriculture. This data can be quoted in your phase 2 examination. Country has cropping intensity of 156% and receives an annual average rainfall of 1190 millimeters. And some important chronological events in agriculture. Famine in Bengal, Odisha, famine in Bihar, started Indian Meteorological Department. So these are just the basic chronology that if you want you can remember. Then we have another important thing is branches of agriculture. Under branches of agriculture we have agronomy, which means that studying of different branches of agriculture, and which are specifically more oriented into cash economy, that is maximizing your cash, maximizing your crop production, and thinking about more about the economic returns that you could get out of farming. So that is called as agroeconomy. It is basically a conjunction of two words, agriculture plus economy. Then we have horticulture. Horticulture is the next level of what we call as agronomy. It is primarily focused upon cash crops, and they can be decorative as well. And here we have different types of horticulture. We have pomoculture, olericulture, floriculture, arboriculture, viticulture, oenology, landscape horticulture. Pomology means fruit cultivation. Olericulture means cultivation of vegetables. Floriculture means floral crops. Then arboriculture is branch dealing with assortment, planting, maintenance, and removal of trees. Viticulture is of grapes. Oenology is wine making. And landscape horticulture is just simple turning the landscape into something that is horticulturally more productive. Then we have forestry, is like large scale cultivation of perennial plants inside the forest itself. Then we have animal husbandry, fisheries, agricultural engineering, and home science. Then if we move on to the next important topic is agricultural revolutions in India. Remember green revolution, father is M.S. Swaminathan. Red revolution, I don't think so, we need to remember that. Yellow revolution is for your oil seed production, and Sam Petroda is the father of yellow revolution. White revolution is for milk, and that is Vergis Kurin. Blue revolution is for fish. Pink revolution is for onion. Golden revolution is for honey. Then silver revolution is for egg. Protein revolution is for high production of proteins. Then brown revolution is for cocoa production or coffee production. Then golden fiber production, this is important. Golden fiber production is referred as jute production. Black revolution is petroleum revolution. Then we have silver fiber revolution, that is cotton. Evergreen revolution, round revolution, saffron revolution is solar energy. So these kind of important things I think we should remember. Then let us move on to green revolution in India. Green revolution was brought about by M.S. Swaminathan, and it has just explained the effects of it on Indian agriculture and what are the disadvantages of green revolution. You can say excessive use of fertilizers and environmental extraction of water, then you can say degradation of soil fertility, then monocropping, etc. These are the some of the disadvantages. Then fathers of important agricultural disciplines. Okay, what I had did was I had just taken a brief idea of these disciplines. I did not rote learn each one of them. If you want, you can see I have just seen father of modern horticulture in India, Dr. Chadda, golden rice, Potricus, mutation theory, Hugo de Vries, modern genetics, T.H. Morgan, hybrid rice, hybrid cotton, C.T. Patel. Then comes the another important section, that is the list of important special days in agriculture. We have National Productivity Day, National World Wildlife Day, then World Water Day, 22nd March, World Meteorological Day, World Earth Day, April 22nd, then World Meteorological Day, and National Meteorological Day, two separate things. World Hunger Day, World Environment Day is 5th of June. This is easy to remember. Yoga Day, Fruit Day, and Population Day, NABARD Foundation Day. I think NABARD Foundation Day. So by the time this video would be out, I guess the NABARD Foundation Day would be over. Okay, then World Coconut Day, World Ozone Day, 15th September, World Food Day, National Milk Day, World Soil Day, National Farmers Day. Okay, universities and institutions. If you want, you can get into this, but I don't think so. The output is much higher out of this because the list just gets too much bulky. Important institutes related to animal and fisheries. CARI, CIRB, NFBD, then CI, CMF, okay. National Research Centers, ICR Developed Mission, National Research Center, ICAR, National Research on Banana, Tamil Nadu, Grapes, Pune, Lychee is Bihar, Pomegranate, Maharashtra. Pomegranate is in Solapur, Maharashtra. Wow, this is nice information. With National Center for Pomegranate. So actually, Maharashtra has two, grapes also and pomegranate as well. Camel, Rajasthan, equines, Hisar, Haryana, meat, Telangana, Mithun, orchids, pig, yak. Okay. Then bureaus. These are the bureaus: plant genetic resource, soils science, land use planning, National Bureau of Animal Genetic Resources, Fish Genetic Resource, National Bureau of Agricultural Important Microbiology, National Bureau of Agriculture Insect Resources. Then we have CGIAR institutions. So this is the list of the institutions and their locations, their full forms. I'm not going to do this because as I have gone through the PYQs, I don't feel the importance and the need to lay emphasis on these facts and figures. Rather, I would focus more upon the facts of these, like NABARD Foundation Day, then World Coconut Day, World Ozone Day, World Hunger Day, then World Water Day, etc. I would focus upon this as well. Just agricultural revolutions, golden fiber, silver fiber, etc. Yeah, so that was it for this quick revision of introduction of agriculture. Okay, so what I have done is I have brought up the second PDF of ARD, and in this the topic is agronomy and field crops. This is also the basics, so let us just take out few minutes and go through it, because I don't want to make another single video out of this video. Agronomy. Introduction. The term agronomy is derived from the Greek words agros, meaning field, and nomos, meaning manage. Okay, agronomy is the main branch. Okay, according to Norman Borlaug, agronomy is the science of manipulating the crop environment complex with dual aims of improving agricultural productivity and gaining a degree of understanding of the process involved. Okay. Objectives of agronomy, I have said key crop economy, increasing crop productivity, efficient use of natural resources, maintaining soil fertility, reducing cost of production, promoting sustainable agriculture, improving quality of agricultural produce. Then we have principles of agronomy. What are the principles of agronomy? Agrometeorology, integrating with rainfall, temperature, and solar radiation, soil tillage and management, seeds and sowing, nutrient management, water management, weed management, plant protection, harvesting, and post-harvest technology. Then we have dimensions of agronomy. Physical dimension includes soil, water. Biological dimension includes crop and forest and vegetation. Economic dimension will include your ownership of land, rent, etc. Your sales, packaging. Social dimension would include food, nutrition, health, etc. Then we have scope of agronomy. That is also fine. You just don't need to lay overemphasis on that. Then we move on to field crops. Field crops are those crops that are cultivated extensively in large areas, primarily for food, fuel, and fiber. Okay, so these are called as field crops. Then we move on to classification of field crops. Field crops are classified into cereal crops, then pulses, oilseeds, sugar crops, forage fodder crops, commercial crops, and I guess that was it. Let us see in a brief. What is a cereal crop? Belonging to the family of Poaceae. Examples of cereal crops are wheat, rice, maize, barley, millet. And just remember this as well. Maize is known as queen of cereals. Wheat is known as king of cereals. Millets, I think everybody knows millets now. Pseudo millet, gluten-free pulses. Legumes or leguminous crops are known as pulses. Then they are prominent source of vegetarian protein. Lentil gives us maximum amount of protein. Oilseeds are used for oil extraction. Soybean gives us the most amount of oil, I guess. No, coconut gives us 60% oil. Sunflower will give us 45%. Sesame is 50%. Soybean is 20%. Mustard is also 39%. Fiber crops are basically, we extract fibers to make different products. For example, jute is called as golden fiber. Cotton is called as white gold. Sugar crops, forage fodder crops. These are the crops which are fed to your cow, buffalo, etc. Alfalfa is known as queen of fodder crop. Green manure crops which are grown inside the same field where they are going to incorporate improving soil productivity. Okay, these are supportive crops. Green leaf manure are also the same. Then we move on to condiment crops. These are culinary herbs, spices, and plants which are used to provide flavor and sometimes add color to the food. For example, coriander, mint, black pepper, cardamom, chilies, ginger, etc. Then we have silage crop, grown for the fermented fodder preparation that can be used during the off seasons after preserving in the anaerobic conditions. Classification based on season. We have Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid. Kharif is basically on the onset of monsoons. Rabi is basically after the monsoon and in the winter seasons, basically most probably October, November, March, and Zaid is in summer. And wheat is grown in Rabi, that is chapati, mustard, chickpea, etc. Okay. Botanical classification: monocotyledon, dicotyledon. Classification based on lifespan: annual, biennial, and perennial. Classification based on purpose: cover crops, protect the soil from erosion, improve soil structure, and enhance organic matter. Green manure are plowed back into the soil while still green to add nutrient and organic matter. That means they are added back to the farm. Catch crops raised to fill a gap in the intercropping cycle, either after failure of the main crop or between the two crops. Smoother crops. This was something that I had seen in the PYQ as well. Smoother crops are dense, fast-growing species that suppress weeds by forming a thick canopy and covering the soil quickly. Suppress the weeds. They act as living mulch and reduce weed competition. Supplementary trap crops. They are grown around or near the main crop to attract pests away. Companion crops. These are intercropped such that both crops are harvested separately and each benefits through better resource use. Truck crops are vegetables and perishable crops. They are usually high value and require quick transportation to the market, like potato, tomato, onion. Augment crops. They act as insurance against crop loss. Okay. Nurse crops are grown to protect slow-growing or delicate main crops from harsh weather conditions. Energy crops, ethanol, sugarcane. Classification based on photoperiodism, short day, long day, okay. Taproot, adventitious roots. Classification on depth of root system, okay. Classification based on route of pollination. Self-pollination leads to higher genetic uniformity. Classification based on photosynthetic pathways, C3, C4, CAM. Classification on basis of climate. Tropical crops, there are subtropical crops, there are temperate crops. Then we move on to types on germination, epigeal and hypogeal. Type of seed germination in which the cotyledons come above the soil surface because hypocotyl elongates. Examples include bean, castor, most of the dicots. Hypogeal, type of seed germination in which the cotyledons remain below the soil surface. Okay. Important crop titles and nicknames. King of cereals wheat, queen of cereals maize, queen of pulses, king of oilseeds, king of oilseeds groundnut, queen of oilseeds, king of fodder crops, queen of fodder crops, king of fruits mango, queen of fruits mangosteen, king of vegetables potato, king of spices, king of flower crops gladiolus, king of nut crops walnut, king of temperate fruits, king of weeds congress grass, famine white gold of America, golden fiber jute, thorny oilseed crop, vegetable meat cowpea, poor man's meat soybean, poor man's food pearl meat, poor man's apple guava, poor man's orange tomato, poor man's substitute for ghee sesame, poor man's friend potato, poor man's fruit jackfruit, yellow jewel of backbone of America maize, Adam's fig banana, apple of paradise banana, tree of heaven coconut, wonder tree neem, bioenergy plant jatropha. Okay, food of god cocoa. So these were the basic important titles and nicknames for crops, and you have seen the different classification based upon different criteria for the crop systems. I mean different crops, that is field crops. So this was the quick revision of the topic of agriculture, agronomy and field crops. I hope you could have also made use of this quick revision, and if you want we can continue the series further ahead. So yeah, thank you for staying tuned and see you in the next video. Bye.